Let me ask you, I should have asked you this earlier. While you were going through it, I mean, people tend to show you their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when your back is against the wall, you're going to have some people who ride with you, and you're going to have some people who convict you even before all the evidence is out. I want to keep my distance from you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of your famous friends, how did they treat you during that time?
You know what? It's like when I say friends, especially in situations like that, that's a deep word. You know what I'm saying? Friend. You know, man, when we were going through the whole thing, I was being arraigned, right? And so like my attorney was saying, okay, you don't have a case, you never had a case, you know, before. So they'll probably release you on your own recognizance, no bail, nothing, right? So we go through the arraignment and man, you know, the judge says, okay, what was it, $500,000 or $1 million bail, whatever, I forget what it was. And then we had to talk to this bail bondsman, company that my attorney had gotten together. It was a father and a son company. So like I'm in there, you know, the father is out there in the hallway talking to my attorney, and I'm in this little room. This is after arraignment and everything. I'm in this little room, and the son is taking all this information. I mean, he said, okay, we got in touch. We got a call from Norby Walters. Who was Norby Walters? I said, Norby Walters is the agent that I've been dealing with since Shalimar. Well, he called. He said, whatever he needs, cash-wise, whatever, just let him know. He'll get it down there. George Duke had a house. He had his house, and he had another house next door to him that he had bought. He said, this guy George Duke called. He wants to put his house up for collateral for your you know, if you need collateral. Because the thing I had a condo that I had only been in for about 1.5 years, 2 years or whatever. So the equity in the condo was like not happening. But George called, said, hey, if he needs me to put my house up for collateral, boom, put it up. People start coming out the woodwork, man. He said, people are coming out the woodwork to, you know, said, a lot of people like you. I said, yeah, a lot of people like me, you know. And then, you know, he said something else. Or he said that we were at the end of the day. He said, we gotta verify all this stuff. So we won't be able to get you out of here tonight, but we'll be able to get you out of here first thing in the morning, right? And I told him, I said, you know, my regular thing to everybody is you know, whenever I said, hey, thank you, man. God bless you, you know. And he said, God bless you too. He said, you a Christian? I said, yeah, I'm a Christian. He said, well, where do you go to church? You know, and I told him, I said, well, you know, when I'm at home, I'm on the road a lot, but when I'm at home, I go to Crenshaw Christian Center, right? And he said, Crenshaw, Fred Price? He said, Fred Price, Crenshaw Christian Center? I said, yeah. He said, man, I love Fred Price. He said, I love it. And he started doing, I love when he says, when you know what you know, what you know, what you know, that you know how Fred used to do. And so like he opened the door. He said, Daddy, come here. He said, when he goes to church at Crenshaw Christian Center, and his father started talking about Fred Price, I love Fred Price, right? And he did that. I know, you know, that you know, that you know, the whole thing. And then he stopped. He said, son, you just wait. We're going to have you out of here in 45 minutes.
Tell me God ain't good.
All the time. I was out 45 minutes. Caught the first thing smoking out of Miami. It was crazy. And then it was like, you know, but and the other thing about, because I always look at that, people look at it as, oh, that was a terrible time. No, it really wasn't. It was terrible as far as, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can't sit here and say that wasn't a jacked up situation. But like in realizing where I stood as a child of God and the things that went down as far as people that came out of the woodwork to stand by my side, when you talk about people that shunned away or whatever. I just looked at those people as, those people ain't supposed to be in my life anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have a whole lot of people actually that shunned away. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it, man, and you look at the things, all the blessings that came from it, and the faith, like I said, testing my faith, which was one of the most important things, because at that point, after that point, nobody can tell me that faith doesn't work. Nobody can tell me that prayers don't work. Praying does not work. Praying is not this or praying is not that. Prayer changes things for real. And so and then even as far as Say Amen is concerned, I knew that this was before everything even went down in Miami. I knew that Say Amen, I wanted that to be my inspirational song on the album, because this was a promise that I made to the Lord a couple years before I left the group, that whenever I was by myself, whenever I was solo, what I promised him, I said, Lord, I promise I will honor you on every solo album, everything in everything that I say. And so I remember talking to the new record company, Elektra, and talking to the new management company I had. And I said, hey, I sat down. I remember having it, like I said, this is way before that stuff happened. And I sat down and shook everybody's hands. And I said, well, first of all, I'm happy to be, embarking on my solo album, at this time. I said, but I just want to let you know, I want to do a song to the Lord on this album. Right. And man, you could hear a pin drop in there. It was like they were, and this is 85, this is 1985. So I understood what they were talking about. Nobody had done. Denise would do a gospel album, but she would do an R&B album. She never combined the two. You know what I'm saying? So this was I was saying, I want to do a song to the Lord. I want to put an inspirational song, because I call it Say Amen inspirational rather than gospel. But I want to do an inspirational song on an R&B album, right? Man, this cat started. Finally, this one cat starts talking. He says, "Well, we want to take your career in the sex symbol direction. Might not be conducive to, to gospel, to inspirational music, religious music." And then this other guy starts talking. People in my management start talking, because I hadn't even talked to them about it. And then I stopped them. And then when they got done, I said, okay, well, maybe I just approached this the wrong way. I hear what you're saying, and I understand. Nobody's ever done this, combine the two. And I said, but maybe I just approached this the wrong way. I said, just let me go back and let me say, I'm going to do a song to the Lord on this album, because my promise to him is way more, and way more important. I didn't say important, because I'm trying to walk that line too, where they still gotta promote my stuff. So I don't want to, be turn everybody into whatever, into a negative situation. I said, but my promise to the Lord is way more important than the direction that you think my solo career should go. I said, without him, there would not even be a career, so let me just say I'm going to do a song. And then, everything transpired as far as Say Amen is concerned,